Welcome to the Getting Familiar with SMS video. Now that we know how to download SMS, upgrade SMS, and load SMS files into the program, it's time to get familiar with the SMS interface. Being familiar with where certain elements of the program are located in the interface will help to speed up progress in the tutorials for the course. In this video, we will cover the primary components of the SMS interface, while the tutorials will provide more in-depth training for using some of the more specific features of the program. To get started, we will open up the SMS program and open up one of the projects that has already been saved to SMS. If there are no available projects, we would simply navigate down to Add New Project, select Create Empty Project, and enter a name for the new project. If we press OK after naming the project, that new project will be added to a list of available projects. In this case, there are already several projects listed under available projects, so I'll push Cancel to close the new project window. Then I'll select Analyzing an On-Farm Research Experiment from the list of available projects and select Open at the bottom of the window. Selecting Open brings up the main SMS Advanced interface. Right now, the interface is very sparse. As with most computer software programs, we see a menu bar at the top with a toolbar immediately underneath it. This toolbar has some useful tools that we will discuss later. The first thing that we should look at when entering SMS to work on a project is the project workspace. The project workspace is the sub-window area on the left side of the interface. There are two separate areas within this part of the interface. One is the management tree, and the other is the preview window. We will begin by discussing the management tree. The management tree serves to organize the project data by growers, farms, fields, years, operational instances, and several other classifications. In the management tree, these levels of classification can be collapsed to reveal less information or expanded to reveal more information. The management tree is typically what we will use to select data to view, manipulate, and use. Underneath the management tree, we see a row of tabs for other organizational features. The Job/Task tab allows you to see a list of jobs that have been established for growers, farms, or fields included in this project. It also allows you to create these jobs, assign specific tasks, and set times for when these jobs should be conducted. The calendar allows you to view the timeline for assigned jobs and tasks. Events on the calendar can be filtered based on their particular classification. The Financial Entries tab provides you the ability to enter and track incomes and expenses. Finally, the Monitor tab allows you to view the data sets that are associated with particular monitors in particular years. Often the data included here is for planting, harvest, and guidance. Generally, these organizational elements should be considered farm management features. Because this course addresses the management of precision agriculture data, we will primarily use the main management tree to navigate to data stored in the project. Underneath the management tree, we see that there is a preview window. Right now, it is just white space with grayed out buttons. To see something in the preview window, we will go into the management tree, expand the year 2016, expand grain harvest, and select the layer soybeans all capital soybeans. When this layer has been selected, you'll see that the preview window is now showing a small version of the yield map and that the Create New Map button is now selectable. The function of the preview window is basically to allow you to take a look at what a certain data layer contains before fully loading it into the main window. The gray buttons Create New Map and Add to Current Map serve to move data from the preview window to the main window. The main window is the largest element of the interface that is located directly to the right of the project workspace. Because we have the soybeans all capital soybeans layer selected, but we have not created a map yet, the main window is currently displaying a summary table of this data layer, including information for the data layers classified under this layer. While this is interesting information, we are more concerned with viewing a larger version of the yield map that is currently displayed in the preview window. To do this, we will select Create New Map in the preview window. The yield map is now displayed at a larger scale in the main window, and it has been superposed onto satellite imagery. As you have probably noticed, this has changed the structure of the main window. There are now two tabs at the top, with the selected one indicating which information you are viewing. There is also a new toolbar with map tools. On the left are zooming tools, and the next section are measurement tools and viewing options. The next three tools allow a user to alter map options. The next two tools allow a user to select certain features in the map. And then there are a few layer editing and notation options. Below the map, we now see tabs that will reveal saved information about this map. To the right of the map, there is now a layers window. This sub-window is probably the most important new element of the main window. It contains information about each layer that is currently displayed on this map, which is only one right now, and also allows the user to manipulate the viewing options. The selected layer is outlined in blue. The drop-down menu right underneath the name of the selected layer allows us to select which data attribute we want to have displayed. Below this drop-down menu, there is a row of buttons that allows us to select the type of map display that we want. The default display is a swath map, but often we will use the base map view to change the data to a point display. The transparency slider underneath the display options buttons allows us to set the transparency of this data layer. This is useful in case there is another layer underneath this one on the map that we would like to see in conjunction with this layer. Lastly, the three buttons under the slider are also important. On the left is the layer options button. This allows us to customize the settings for displaying the data. We will use this in the following tutorials. The middle button allows us to edit the legend, including the colors and ranges used. The button to the far right zooms the map to the extents of this layer, but in this case, as well as in most cases, the map is already zoomed like this. Above the main window in the project workspace is the main toolbar. There are several useful features, including a tool to generate a 3D plot of the data, but the most useful of the tools listed is the Analysis Wizard tool. This tool gives us the ability to perform different analyses on data layers included in the map or in the management tree. We will use this tool often in the subsequent tutorials in this course, so it is important that you are familiar with the location of this tool. The subsequent tutorials will provide training on how to use this tool properly. Lastly, there is a menu bar at the very top of the interface. This menu bar includes the basic features of any menu bar, including File, Edit, View, etc. There are basically three important features that are included only in the menu bar. One of these is located under File, and it allows us to download soil survey data from the internet. This is useful in creating management zones and doing analyses of collected data versus soil survey zones. Another important feature is the attribute editor, which is found in Tools. This allows us to add and edit information about a data attribute layer. Lastly, the Services menu includes an option to backup/restore projects. This is especially important for backing up data that we are currently working with or for moving data into our current workspace from another project. With these features discussed, we have concluded our high-level overview of the SMS Advanced interface. There are a lot of features to this software, but most of the important ones, at least for the purposes of the tutorials in this course, were mentioned in this video. Through the subsequent tutorials, you will become more comfortable with these features, and you will learn how to navigate through the SMS Advanced software to perform important tasks for your clients or for your own operation. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you will continue with the tutorials of the course.